April is Autism Awareness Month, and once again, the Minnesota-based toy company Creative Kid Stuff is partnering with St. David's Center and joining us this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we have Happy Olson from Creative Kid Stuff and Sarah Raymond of St. David's Center. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
So let's start, before we get to the toys, because we all love toys, of course. Tell us about the partnership between St. David's and, of course, Creative Kid Stuff.
Yeah, how the two of you get together.
Yeah. All right. Well, a few years back, we decided that we really wanted to find a credible partner to help our employees talk to customers about toys when they were coming in seeking toys for children on the spectrum. And we wanted to be very respectful. We also wanted to have really great information. So we turned to St. David's to help us identify mainstream toys and identify also some skill categories for children on the spectrum.
Yep, and so what St. David's was able to offer Creative Kid Stuff is to train their staff in just more autism awareness and what is autism and how do we have family and friends come in looking for a toy and direct them in finding toys that are just really helpful in the development for children that are on the spectrum.
Well, and it can be so difficult because everyone with autism is different. I mean, there are different levels of autism, and so you're trying to kind of figure it out as you go.
I love what St. David says, which is if you've met one child with autism, you've met one child with autism, because people are all so different. So a lot of times, kids on the spectrum may be working on a specific skill category, and so we're able to actually point out toys to people that will help with that skill category. But what I love is when we really started this whole process and St. David's was doing the review, we found many of the toys go across several skill categories. It's just how you use them. And that is really important for families because when you're looking at your resources and what you can buy and spend, it's very important that things are able to have multiple purposes.
So where do we start?
Yeah,
because as you mentioned, it's so different in the range, and if you're a parent, maybe it's helpful, but what if I'm an aunt trying to get a gift for someone? Where do I begin?
That's great, and the nice thing is the St. David's collaboration with Creative Kid Stuff has been ongoing, and so they continue to get toys in. And we have a group of licensed psychologists, occupational therapists, and speech therapists that have been able to come together and continue to evaluate the toys that come in. And so it's this ongoing process of looking across, like you said, age and developmental level, and what are their interests, and we can really identify these toys like some of the samples that we brought.
All right, so we only have about 90 seconds left, so let's get to the toys.
So this toy is one of my favorites. It's called My Move Memo, and it's about emotional development, regulation, right, Sarah?
Absolutely, and emotional identification and actually the texture of these, if you feel, are just wonderful. So it's
oh, yeah, okay.
In this game, sorry to interrupt you, but this game can be played as a memory game. It also is great for identifying emotions, but what I really love about it is it doesn't just have like the sort of happy, sad, mad emotions. It really takes kids into the spectrum of how they might actually be feeling about something.
Very nice. What about the cuddly ones over here?
So this is actually a Sensi's pillow, and what happens when you sit on this is there's a vibration factor that comes on. So this is sort of a grounding tool kids might use.
It's great for sensory development and also regulation, as is the weighted blanket right here, which has a nice weight to it and can be used really nice just for placing on a child's lap, or they can just hold it. And this too, they have some fidgets on here, so it's just a really nice way to just regulate their body.
All right, I like the look of these too. What's this little board game?
It's called Sneaky Snacky Squirrel, and it's really great for communication, also fine motor, also just turn-taking and sort of learning those life lessons.
The social interaction engagement piece is amazing. It's a wonderful toy for peer interactions and for sibling interactions. So it's a great toy for working with maybe an older sibling and just having that back and forth engagement.
That's fantastic. And last but not least, what do we have here?
Snap Circuits is great for cognitive development, problem solving, and also just seeing sort of cause and effect for kids. And this is a very open-ended toy. I like it also because, as Sarah mentioned, sibling or peer play, this is a great tool for that, and also parent interaction. So it's open-ended, and again, when we talk about value, you can do over 300 different experiments with this one item.
Great
stuff. That's really neat. Thank you both very much for being here. And if anyone wants to get their hands on these toys, where is Creative Kid Stuff?
We have 7 locations. Just visit creativekidstuff.com, and also you can find us through St. David's.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Happy Easter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank them for coming in yesterday. Of course, they couldn't